on Egmont Tea Talk Train of Thought with a series of an episode with Mrs. Aditi Gupta. She's a professional marketer and the soft skill trainer, and it's an excellent insights what we're getting as far as the overall personality development which is concerned. Ma'am, welcome again back to this episode. So, last episode we did spoke in terms of the tips for the parents as far as personality development for the kids which are concerned. And now taking that further, like it's how one can increase the independence as for the child which is concerned.
So always remember the 3 areas or the 3 E's as I say right now. Currently all the children are exposed to a larger world than even you can ever think of. Our world was smaller, but right now they have an access to the technology. People, everyone talks about anything and everything in front of the children and all of that. And children want to hear that out. Children want to become independent like their parents or any person that they are following, and they look at them as an idol. I feel the important part over here is always remember the 3 E's of to develop a child's personality and especially to make them independent. So independent does not mean that they start talking rudely or they start having conversations like an adult or anything, but it is more about exploring the world. Sometimes a child comes up with a question and sometimes you feel, oh, this is not the question at this age, they should not be asking. Absolutely fine with it. You don't have to decline them or anything. Or they come up with something where they are very curious to know. So let them explore.
Correct.
Say it in a child's language. Okay, we don't have to explain it in our language. You have to always gather the knowledge of your child. Yes. So how do you understand is one is let them explore. So the 3 E's belong to let them explore. Let them experiment. So in case if a child wants to know how to bake a bread, get their hands dirty, allow them to have fun. Not like, we suddenly start, don't do over here, don't do over here, use the spoon, don't use hands and all. So let them explore and experiment. Okay, and that is how they will experience. And when they experience that, yes, I can do it, they themselves will become a bit more confident, and that will allow them to become a little independent in terms of managing the things. We have always seen if we tell them, okay, go get something, or if you are baking a bread or if you are making some Indian dishes or anything, they will be all over the place. But when you do it second time, third time, you will understand how independent they have become. Now they know where to pull out the glass from, where to get the water from, where to get the spoon from. They start organizing things, and that is what is the crucial part of becoming independent. They are planning themselves, they are understanding the situation, and they are acting according to the situation because they explored something earlier. They were allowed to experiment that part, and that development happens independently because we cannot stop them from experimenting. Let them experiment. They will succeed or they will learn out of it, or they will drop the idea in between, but let them experiment. And that experience, if it is a very beautiful experience, it always remembers in their in their mind, so that it is always reminded, I love doing that part. So that
like to try again,
then I want to do this again, or maybe I want to now do something else. So it motivates them, and that is where the independent feeling starts coming in, and that is how their personality is developed as well. So yes, of course, I would say that always remember the 3 E's of independent child upbringing, which is explore, experiment, and experience. Let them do that.
So I think parents, if you're listening to Aditi, I'm sure there's the 3 E's which are there. I think it's going to be more handy in understanding the child, and I'm sure if you encourage the child on this, will bring lot of confidence in him. So don't forget this 3 E which are there. Okay, ma'am, then how can you throw some light in terms of practice gentle parenting?
I think we have already discussed in the earlier episode as well about the active listening part and bring up right, allowing them to be more assertive a little bit, not aggressive. There is a very thin line, but not aggressive, but more of an assertive way of upbringing, as well as the communication, that wise communication, not comparing people, and using the golden words. They also expect some kind of affection from all the people around them, and that is the best way to motivate them to do something. If you want to get things done, try scolding a child and try telling them that if you do this, I will get you a surprise, or I will, okay, it can be in any terms. It's not like I have to give a toy or I have to give a chocolate or anything, but I always tell them, okay, you get a warm hug, okay, you get 2 warm hugs, okay. It can be as simple as that.
Motivates
them to celebrate their achievement, like, well done, good job, or these things, and aggressiveness from a parent or agitation, yelling, scolding doesn't work with children. They have not reached that level, especially below 12. They have not reached that level to absorb. In fact, it can harm their mental strength as well. They can go low on confidence. So we should definitely avoid to use harsh words. Ultimately, that is something which no one likes it, and even at their tender age, as we say, doesn't do good for their mental health as well, and which needs to be wisely used.
Correct.
Another part is I would like to add over here, you have the feel wheel, at the age from 5 to 12. Kids become expressive. They know what a smile means. They know what an angry face means. They know what a sad face means. So you can always have a chart or a feel wheel, that is called, for kids at home. And just an exercise, just ask them, how are you feeling today? How was your day? And just ask them without any communication to point out. Let them share what they are feeling within before even you ask 10 questions.
Correct.
Just ask them one question, how are you feeling today? And if they point out on happiness, oh wow, that seems nice. Why are you happy? Can you share that happiness with me? Okay, if they're sad, that, oh, something wrong with you? Did something happen in school, or is it that you want to share something to build that confidence and trust between the parents and the kids? So that feel wheel is used largely in schools also. Teachers have also started using it, because sometimes kids get a scolding, they reach, and then their temperament is very different. So teachers also ask, are you feeling any of these? I think at home also any of the parent can start doing it. So this is kind of a way of parenting which I think helps a child to give that assurance that we are your parents and we are your guiding point over here, and also that we are the ones that you should come back to in any situation. So that is the culture, that is the trust and the bonding that you want to build for the children.
So there's a more trust between both the child and the mother, which is there. So it's an excellent insight on parenting as per the child which are concerned. We are getting from Mrs. Aditi Gupta. She's a professional marketer and a soft skill trainer. And this is what TikTok platform is all about, where we invite the personalities on this show to share their experience with the target audience, so you derive meaningful learning out of it. Do catch up with Mrs. Aditi Gupta on our next episode on TikTok Ek Bund Soch Ke. Till then, go to www.tiktok.net, subscribe and like the channel as much as you can. Ma'am, thanks a lot for your presence on this TikTok show. Thank you very much.